The fresh-faced 2019 Mercedes-Benz C300 packs an all-new power plant under its hood. The engine is but one slice of the almost 6,500 modifications Mercedes claims to have made to the C-Class sedan, coupe, and cabriolet as part of the entry luxury model's mid-cycle update. More power despite sharing its displacement with the previous engine, the turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 in the 2019 C300 is a new design. Armed with technologies such as variable intake valve lift and a dual-scroll turbocharger, the forced induction 4 makes 14 more horses than before, for a total of 255, while torque holds steady at 273 lb-ft. The previous engine wasn't known for its inspiring acoustics, and the new one won't be, either. Although the engine is quiet at idle and subdued at speed, the auditory experience at wide-open throttle remains a bit unbecoming for a vehicle wearing the three-pointed star. Still, the little four-cylinder is more personable than before. It's eager to run to redline, builds power progressively throughout the rev range, and, thanks in part to a shorter final drive ratio, 3.27:1 versus 3.07:1, the C300 moves off the line with ease. In our testing, an all-wheel drive C300 4M8EIC sedan hit 60 miles per hour in 5.5 seconds, lopping more than half a second off the old C300's time. And it clipped the quarter mile in 14.1 seconds at 99 miles per hour, 0.5 seconds quicker and 3 miles per hour faster than before. Those times put the new four-cylinder Benz on equal footing with the Alfa Romeo Giulia 2.0T, but just slightly behind the Audi A4. A 9-speed automatic transmission is the only game in town, but both rear and all-wheel drive remain available. The gearbox is both smooth and smart, happy to kick down a couple of gears with a small prod of the accelerator or to motor along in top gear at more than 100 miles per hour on the Autobahn. That said, the transmission starts in second gear when placed in the default comfort mode. There also are Eco, Sport, Sport Plus, and individual settings, an irksome trait that exacerbates the engine's minor turbo lag. Those in search of more get-up-and-go can continue to opt for the Mercedes AMG C, which comes standard with all-wheel drive. A pair of bigger turbochargers helps the 3.0-liter V6 produce 23 more horsepower than last year's car, for a new total of 385 horses along with 384 lb-ft of torque. The AMG-tuned 9-speed automatic carries over. At the track, the new C43's blistering 4.1-second run to 60 miles per hour actually was no quicker than before, but it's still good enough to beat the outgoing BMW M340i xDrive and the Audi S4. Similarly, the C43's quarter-mile run of 12.6 seconds at 111 miles per hour was just fractionally better than the old C43's 12.7 at 110, but again shaded the BMW and the Audi. Both versions of the new C-Class notched notable improvements in braking compared to their outgoing counterparts. The C300 needed only 153 feet to come to a halt from 70 mph, a figure that also outperforms its competitors, while the C43 required 160 feet, tying the M340i but trailing the S4 by 18 feet. And both Benz models recorded 0.93 g of lateral grip on the skid pad while wearing identical Continental Conti Sport Contact 5 summer tires. Barreling along the open roads surrounding Gonsweiler, Germany, or laboring over the broken back roads of Michigan, the C43 is in its element and as rewarding to drive as ever. Its balanced chassis, chatty steering, and rear-biased all-wheel drive system make for an engaging and enjoyable vehicle that mostly makes up for the model's improved yet still firm ride quality. While the ride in the previous model on most roads could range from back-aching in comfort mode to back-braking in the sport end setting, suspension tweaks made to the 2019 C43 allow for much more compliance from its adaptive dampers on all but the roughest road surfaces. A new anti-theft alarm can identify any impacts made to the C-Class while parked and will send a push notification to the owner's phone through the Mercedes Me mobile application if it suspects the vehicle has been damaged. It also shares information about any recorded impacts in the gauge cluster screen when the driver returns. Analog gauges that incorporate a 5.5-inch info screen are standard on the C300 and C43, while a 12.3-inch digital cluster now is optional. The larger unit pairs with a new 10.3-inch central screen, which replaces the standard 7.0-inch unit. As in the E and S classes, the C class's two big screens are manipulated by scrolling and tapping at the two touch-sensitive nubs on the left and right spokes of the redesigned steering wheel. Cruise control functions are on the steering wheel as well, as Mercedes is almost done phasing out its traditional cruise control stock. Alternately, drivers can use the console-mounted rotary control knob and associated touchpad, which now includes haptic feedback, to access the infotainment features of the C class.